What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your breakdown of JD McDonagh. And if you don't know what that reference is, or you think it's annoying when I keep doing that, it gets, one of the songs from Super Mario Brothers back in the day stuck in my head. Every time I hear his name. Doesn't matter. That's what goes through my head. So, might as well express that verbally outside of myself, right? So, external processor that I am, that's his name to me. Anyway, he is your A-tier character for December of 2024. He is a powerhouse, modern era, focused type character with links with the Irish and Raw, as well as the Judgment Day. Blue moves start with 8 more MP, as well as Modern Era. So he's got some things. No gear as of yet. Typically the A tiers don't get gear, they get plates. So we'll see what happens down the road. I got a couple different ways I can run him for you here, but let me just start out by saying it is a little weird to me that JD McDonagh, of all people, is a powerhouse in the game. Like, he is not one that I look at and think, oh yeah, remember that time that he arm wrestled against, who? Like Bobby Lashley, Triple H, Big Papa Pump, Goldberg, Hulk Hogan, any of those names. I'm like, they would snap his arm in half and turn it into a propeller wheel if they had to arm wrestle him. But needless to say, doesn't matter. He is a powerhouse, and that's actually not too bad because there's a gap in a lot of people's powerhouse rosters. If you don't have some of the top end characters, you might be in need of a good powerhouse that's accessible. So let's take a look at him. The first move set we are going to run is going to be one that I don't normally do. We're going to run it two ways. One is, as best we could if the 99 MP was gone, because as you can see above me with the trainers, we're not even there yet. These are high charge moves, which they should be. He's an A tier. That keeps him a little bit more, not as good, intentionally, not as top tier. He's not good. He's not top tier, right? So you're going to need a line bonus. In fact, you'd probably need a top line bonus, maybe if you get lucky a midline bonus, but the reality is you can't start with all these moves loaded turn 1 in feud without some tricks is what I'm getting at. But it's still cool. So Brainbuster, 7 MP green move, deal damage, increase the damage of all your gems by 236% for 1 turn. And yes, for those who have watched the Lyra Valkyria content, I did ignore the fact that says 1 turn, was doing a 5 and a 3, and that doesn't work when the buff only works for 1 turn. So we'll fix that in our power rating video this weekend, I promise. Then we've got the Backstabber, 8 MP blue, deals damage and increase your blue gem damage by 338%. So you've got all gems 236 plus blue gems specifically 338. Then you've got the 450 splash, another 8 MP blue move, deal damage and make 39 random gems into blue. In order to get that started after the 99 MP goes away, you're going to need all of the trainers that do and coaches that do MP. So George Still for green, Jerry Lawler for blue, and Santa Hogan for 1 to all gives you 6 each. And these are 7 and 8. So either way, you're either going to need to eat a turn or have a pretty hefty feud bonus, including up to top line bonus, right? Which is a little weird. But still, it's a fun moveset. If you look at the others, you've got make 8 to red, you've got 30 submission into into column break. You've got a headbutt that steals 9 blue. So really the only way to load this moveset otherwise is to put the green move out and the red move in. But here's a secret for you. I never, ever, ever, ever use Steel MP moves. Maybe you do. And if so, that's how you would run this. But you have to very specifically pay attention to, does your opponent have blue moves? Because if they don't, you're done, right? But that is how you would run that otherwise. But yeah, we're going to show it this way. And then the only other guy you would want on there is Ozzy, because Ozzy does green and blue gems at 30% more damage. So let me show you this. Then I'll show you it, after or with the 99 MP, you can just run all sorts of stuff with this, and it's insane. But yeah. So then we're going to do the 50% gem damage strap, double Fury 2s, and then you're going to want any of the plates, which these are the ones right here, that if you break blue, they chuck another color. Preferably green, just because, that's what he's reloading off of anyway. So you've got the Sean's Showstopper. Whenever you break 3 blue gems, turn 7 red into green. And then the Fearless Leader. Whenever you break blue gems, generate 10 random green gems at the end. You're making blue gems, so you got to chuck another color. Might as well be green. You could also do the blue to red right here if you don't have a Fearless Leader available, but you're just not going to get your moves to reload, right? Because you want to get blue and green reloaded. So consequently, you could, if you were planning on multiple turns, do the break blue, get green plate here, but this is going to be the better plan if you've got these available. So we're going to go up against Zombathy Samathy and see what the bite of this move set is. I am just going to go ahead and hit the moves because I don't want Zombie Sammy to get to where he subs me. You get it. But keep in mind, one more time, that you would not be able to run this without a top line bonus in Feud post 99 MP era. All right, so there we have buffed just very specifically all of our gems, 236%, and then just very specifically our blue gems by 338%. So now our blue gems are doing 519. That'd be over 1 million per gem at gold, at 6 gold. This is 6 silver. So let's see what the damage be done here. It's going to get pretty much, oh yeah, I missed 1. And then it's going to throw a bunch of greens, and then it's going to throw a bunch more greens. So 36 million, that would be about 70 million turn 1. But the only way to get it turn 1 is with a lot of stuff, like top line bonus. So that is going to work great during 99 MP, not so easily run afterwards. Yeah, but since we're talking 99 MP era, if you get him this month, all you want to do here is just replace all of these guys with gem damage, specifically blue gem damage, green gem damage, one of those two things, and as high a percentages as you possibly can get. So let's just throw somebody on here if I could find them. Let's see, blue gems 40. I know Indy's rare. I just want you to see what the damage works, if you have some guys here. But I would throw as much blue gem as I possibly could. So let's see, blue gems do 50%. And then right here, we just want another blue gems do 30%. All right, so this is only 99 MP. And yes, I threw on a couple rare people. But, again, it's just so you can see during 99 MP, this is by far my favorite moveset of his. It's just not going to be at all viable for most people after the, month and a half is up from once you get him. But now you've buffed him up and buffed him up again. And your blue gems, instead of doing 500k each, are doing 587. So you're talking 1.1 million, give or take, at 6 gold per gem. And as we saw, you get almost the entire board, depending on... Yeah, we missed 2 that time. Then we're going to throw out our greens and throw out some more greens. Ooh, that was a bad hit there. Yeah. So the other one was a good hit. That was a bad hit because both of them are almost identical. But either way, you're talking 70 plus million. But. So, yep, that's how I'm going to run him during 99 MP. Let's look at some more realistic builds for after that. The next moveset is what I'm going to take a guess and say whatever plate or gear or etc. moment that comes out that buffs JD and others. This is the moveset it's going to buff. I mean, I'm just almost certain. It's interesting too. At least the reversal is on here. So we've got the Devil Inside. It's a 6 MP move. Deal damage. Choose 8 gems to make red. And the reversal is if an opponent triggers something that increases their move damage, it deals damage and decreases the opponent's move damage by negative 500%. So If, like, Ramblin' Rabbit were to go up against this guy, then Ramblin' Rabbit gets hosed Johnny and doesn't get to do any move damage. So it effectively nerfs move damage guys, at least the ones that do buffs. And it's a very specific nerf, but I like when they throw in random things like that. And, it's one where, again, you have to remember that and go, oh, okay, my opponent's using Ramblin' Rabbit in feud. I should use JD or others. There's a number of people. But, this is one where I feel like as we get into the back half of the 6-star gold meta, I really feel like move damage is going to become more of a relevant thing. And this is going to, I think, be very, very useful. Kind of like how the zombies all screw you over if you try to sub them. JD is going to screw you over if you try to increase your move damage. Then that charges your 7 MP standing moonsault, deal damage, about 1 million, and modify a 6x3 random area into column break gems. And then the landslide double finisher, deal damage, and then deal bonus damage for every column break gem, then finisher, deal damage, and make 19 column break gems into green and pin the opponent. So reloads flawlessly, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I like it. On the entourage side of things, you're going to need George Steele. And then this is where Mr. R-Truth comes in. Column break gems do 150% more damage. Green moves start with 2 more MP, so you don't need any other MP trainers. You got R-Truth there, and he's buffing his gems the way he should. Trish for 75% more column break gem damage. And we don't need to worry about the rest of it. And then Lyra, I know she's going to be the S tier. She's going to be a chase this month, etc. But obviously she's going to be the best for column break gems there. If you don't have her, then you've got one of the Drew McIntyres that does 15% more on column break gems. And he does make 2 more, but you can't make more in an area creation move like that. So it's not really going to do much. Or you've got somebody, and I forget who off the top of my head, that does column break gems at 12K, which is going to be better than Drew McIntyre, at 6 gold on that one. So that would be who you use. And theoretically, we're going to see, like I say, something else come out of plate or whatever. So that'll offset that. But that's who you're going to use here. On the strap, the only thing really, there's not any plates that I'm really concerned about. You could do a break green, make one other color you want to do, but he's not really buffing anything this time around. It's really based around the damage per on those column break gems. And if you know me, I don't like damage per moves because they don't scale between generations and oftentimes not even within the same generation. But we're going to see it. Plus, we're going to put a red Fury 2, the 3rd metal slot there, so that way you get 200% more or whatever you can get that to move damage, because he does have a decent amount of move damage as well. Let's go against Sami here and see how this moveset does. The last one kept him down, but we had some caveats there. So first, you're going to have to make enough to fill your finisher, which is 10. It's going to have 1 for the turn. So if you do a 5 and 3, you're going to be golden that way. If you don't, you would need 1 more for another turn. So, I feel like it's the overused thing. What do? You make a 5, you make a 3. Crud. I'm going to take that out. There we go. There we go. Boop. Yep, I did not make a 5 and a 3. Whatever. All right, we'll do that. He'll take a turn. We'd still have basically got there, but you get the idea. All right, so then we're going to throw down the standing moonsault. This is where we make a 6x3 area into column break gems, and they're totally random. So there you go. It is not 7, so you're going to miss 1 row entirely, 1 column, I guess I should say. And now we're going to do a 882 bonus damage for every column break gem, and then do 5 million finisher damage. And then the 3rd level of damage for this move is to make 19 column break gems into green. So lots of different sources of damage. He's got 47 million. So that took off 16 million. And then all the gem damage, move damage combo, about 26 million. But you cannot say that will scale at gold because the primary damage came from the damage per, and that does not scale very well. So that's probably his moveset most are going to use after 99 MP. But I'll tell you, it's not super strong afterwards or now for right now. I mean, it's well within the realm of where an A tier should be. But let's take a look at one last thing then. All right, the last move set is maybe actually what you might use. I said the last one was going to be what you use post 99, but this one probably is actually a little bit better for most. It's a sub build, so a lot of people don't like sub builds, etc., etc. But it's triple green, 6 MP seated rear chin lock, submission, generate 31 random sub gems, do damage for 3 turns, and the remainder turn into column break gems. Then you've already seen the Brain Buster, deal damage and increase the damage of all your gems by 236%. And the Devil Inside you've already seen again, deal damage, choose 8 gems to make red, and it's a reversal move, so, again, get you any random move damage boost, guys. Entourage is the exact same as the last move set. It's going to be R-Truth, it's going to be Trish, and if you get Lyra, throw Lyra. If not, in this case, you could throw any other color. You'll see I'm going to actually be focusing on red gems, because not only does he make the little tiny 8 red gems there, but he does also have this that you can do. The Gremlin's Ears, or a number of other plates. Whenever you generate 3 or more submission gems, increase your red and blue gem damage by 100%, so that buffs his primary color. And then Underdog Story, whenever you break 4 more black gems, generate 10 random red gems. The reality is you should be breaking a lot of the board. You should get 4 of any color. So personally, anything that throws red gems is what I'm focusing on. However, another really interestingly fun play, if you've got one of these lying around, would be maybe the Bite Man plate. Whenever you make 6 or more submission gems, increase your red gem damage by 200%. So that would be better if you're focusing in on red. You could also go for green. And there's the... wherever it is. Well, actually, you could do this one right here. Whenever you break 7 or more yellow, generate 20 green gems. That one would work well. So you've got a lot of plate options. This is what I was looking for, though. The Glowing Fate. Whenever you make 6 or more subs, increase your green gem damage by 200%. So across the board, you've got options. Obviously, whatever color plate you use here to buff, correspond it with this color, because you should be breaking a good portion of the board, and theoretically you're going to hit 4. I mean, 4 would be easy. I don't think you're going to hit the Sheriff's Badge level on this, but you could even try the Sheriff's Badge. But anyways, so yeah, let's show this one, and I like this playstyle. I'm not afraid of subs. I know they slow down a lot of people, but again, this isn't going to be a go-to for me, this character in Feud. So this will be tours, maybe occasional boss, etc., etc. But yeah, it's all, of course, dependent on how few of these he breaks, which so far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, so that's a good spread right here. So we're going to buff all of our gem damage now. So with the buff stacked on top of the buff, our red gems by themselves are now doing 376, but 785 for the ones that have a column break gem on them. And that would be doubled at gold. So yes, please. This is not terrible. Ooh, and I like that animation a lot. That was fun. So let's do something like this. That's going to get those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to get those. So I'm missing this column here. Something like that. Boom, boom, and then it should throw, well, it didn't. Apparently I didn't break enough blacks. Yeah, but anyway, you see how it goes. You should be fairly well flawlessly reloaded as long as you get a good hit. But yeah, that's kind of that one. If you don't end them turn 1, which we didn't, but we did knock off a good 30 million, so that'd be about 60 million at gold with everything said. So that's not bad. I mean, really not bad for an A tier. So anyway, it is random. It's sub. It's so many things that a lot of people don't like about this, but Yeah, in fact, right here, in order to do the boost, I'm going to have to eat a turn, which means I've theoretically lost the boost from the sub, etc., etc. But it works. And, post 99MP, if I use him, this will probably be what I would use myself. I mean, really, this one or the last moveset that we just showed, they're pretty even keel, pretty equal across the board. Let's see what this damage is. Just because I missed the number on the last one. Yeah, another 22 million. So that's 40 million. I mean, again, it's not bad. We control him. Life's good. So what do we think about JD McDonagh? Well, I really like his 99MP era build. I will run him with that and have fun with that while it's available. But reality being reality is, again, you're not going to be able to really run that move set effectively after the 99MP is gone, which means you run one of the other two. My guess is the middle build that we showed, they're going to create a plate or have already created a plate that we'll see maybe as soon as this weekend or something like that, that's going to buff him up there. And yeah, I'll use that. I think it's fun. But overall, not making it into the powerhouse ranks that, like, for example, how Ramblin' Rabbit, even after 99MP is gone, is still pretty good to me. For an A tier, I'm probably going to use him quite a lot. Zombie Chelsea for her B tier was really, really good. I didn't care for Zombie Brett all that much, but he was fine. So realistically, the A tier characters are meant to slot into this perfect kind of build where, and I know it's supposed to be shard rarity, but let's be honest, like, they do base it around B tier now is your free tier. That's the character you get each month, and they're not going to be world changers, but they're not meant to be. A tier is accessible to most who grind and play in the community, and they'll hit a bit harder. They can win. They can do some big things during 99MP, but again, they're not meant to be top tier characters typically, and that's exactly where this guy falls. He's not top tier. He's not terrible. He's just very utility player, kind of like JD McDonagh himself is. Like, every once in a while, he might get that RKO off of the War Games cell like he did last year, but for the most part, he shows up, he does his job, and you forget that he was there as soon as he's off your screen. So that's where this JD falls. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who's going, hey, I got JD, how should I run him? Here's how. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Wait, I did click the button that time. It just didn't accept it. Bye.